Materials property of the Minnesota State High School League. No downloading, saving, or archiving of this production is permitted.
There we go.
Are we ready to go? Are we ready? Yep. And we're just about ready to go. State 4A Volleyball quarterfinal, Xcel Energy Center. Champlin Park Rebels, the champions of Section 5 against the Anoka Tornadoes, a familiar foe, the champions of Section 7. A year ago, the Tornadoes took third in this very tournament. Champlin Park, last time to state, won it all in 2018. Steve Thompson and Pete Hayes, and here we go. Familiar foes here at state.
Yeah, absolutely, that's for sure. And Anoka's coming in here 22-7, like you said, and Champlin Park 28-3. And Anoka was here last year, so they're not afraid of this match, and Champlin Park's really, really good.
Piper Vaughn to serve to get us started. And Anoka on the right, Champlin Park on the left, and Champlin Park will put it away for the opening point and get the serve right back. And moving to serve is Riley Inman, Reese Axness, Lily Holine, Carly Gilt, Tessa Magnan, Riley Inman, Ava Bolter, and Catherine Adler, your starters for John Yunker, and they serve away up 1-0. Anoka to the net, Hayden Reeder. It's a point right back. Reeder on the near side, swings it across court, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, that's really nice there by Reeder. She came cross court on that. They had two blockers there. She has lots of fun when she plays.
And serving away is Ava Linez for Anoka at the net. Reeder blocked it, kept it alive. She'll get it back, left side, and puts it away, and the Tornadoes lead it 2-1.
Yeah, Reeder's a little fired up on that one there. Went to the back court, gives Anoka an early 2-1 lead, and she's going to be a big part of this game today. Hayden Reeder going to Arizona, and she's only a junior.
Ava Linez, the libero for the Tornadoes, wearing white, will serve away. Tornadoes leading it 2-1 early. They played earlier in the year. A 5-setter won by Champlin Park. Big drive there by Axness and the point to Champlin Park. And their power and strength up front. We already talked about Gilk, but You know, they have so many options up front and so much size.
Yeah, Adler, she's really good. She has 416 kills this year. Gilk has 434, so they got some. Inman's another one, 168.
Adler to serve. Saved in the back, sent to the front, but it can't be tapped over there by Reeder. Sending it to the front was Wilberg. It got it too close to the near antenna, and the Rebels grab a 3-2 lead here in set one. These teams went right down to the wire earlier in the year, back in September. Champlin Park won it, and there's a serve into the net. Adler with the service error, we're tied at 3.
Yeah, I really think, Steve, it's going to come down to, you know, that number 3, 4, 5, 6 player on both of these teams. They all have star power, but what are the other players going to do?
Tremblay serves, Champlin Park to the net. Gilk just sends it over. Opportunity, they send it over to Reeder, but Reeder couldn't get to it. Not a great set there, and the Rebels up 4-3 and they'll serve. And Reese Axness will serve. Axness, their outstanding setter, 1,038 set assists this year. Just phenomenal for this senior for Champlin Park. Serves away, near side deep. And they go to Reeder over on the right side, and she'll tap it over. Just a change up there, and gets the point. Anoka tied at 4, and Reeder will serve.
Yeah, I think they're expecting Reeder to come with the big hit there, and she just dropped it over and picked up a score for Anoka, and we're at 4-4.
And Reeder serves it deep, far side. Champlin Park to the net. In the middle, Gilk. Beautiful middle block by the Tornadoes. Champlin Park right back. And double hit. And the Tornadoes up 5-4, and will serve again with Reeder. Reeder in the back. She doesn't leave the floor. Short serve, and it's an ace. A beauty. And she can do that so well, just drop it over the net, Pete.
Yeah, Reeder has 38 service aces this year, and you know, we talked about it before. She just has fun playing the game. You look at the faces that she's putting on, and she's really excited to play this game of volleyball.
In the middle, Gilk taps it over, found an opening far side short. And Champlin Park down by 1 will get the serve, and this will be Lily Holine, a senior libero wearing number 5 in white. The Rebels, of course, in navy. The Tornadoes in black. And that's saved by Vaughn. Vaughn will get it back near side. Cross-court swing, no. Rebels get it to Gilk. She goes left hand and drops the hammer going cross-court deep. And we're tied at 6, and Carly Gilk can fly.
Yeah, she's one of the best outside hitters in the state of Minnesota, going to the University of Minnesota next year. So she's going to be a big part of this.
Tornadoes to the net. Vaughn blocked, and a point to the Rebels. Well, they've fed it to Vaughn again, near side at the net. And the Rebels have scored 3 in a row, and they're up by 1.
Yeah, Anoka's going to need Vaughn to get going here in Manning. They need something besides Reeder, and both of them are very capable.
Vaughn digs it out. They send it into the middle. Reeder from the back line goes wide and fell down. She's all right. And Champlin Park leads by 2. 2 in the books already in the 4A quarterfinals. Lakeville South 3-0 over Apple Valley. Roseville beats St. Michael Albertville 3-1. Serve into the middle, kept alive by Vaughn. Reeder at the back line, swings it across. Rebels to the net, tapped over and down. Easy point there. Riley Inman saw an opening. She's just a sophomore, and the Rebels extend their lead to 3.
Yeah, nice job by Champlin Park on a bit of a run right here, up 9-6 here in the first set.
Holine, another serve into the middle of the floor, tapped over. Wilberg. Rebels go to work. That's dug out in the back for Anoka by Reeder. Near side, Vaughn taps it over. Champlin Park keeps it alive. Here's Gilk. That's sent across and won by Anoka. Back to Gilk. She goes deep. And it's a point. She kind of changed that one up. And caught Lanaz a bit flat-footed, and now it's 10-5 Champlin Park.
Yeah,
they're up by 4.
Like a little bit of a curveball right there. Fooled her just a little bit. Champlin Park on a run right now.
Holine serving. It's 10-6, excuse me. Far side Wilberg, and gets the point. That's a big hit for Elena Wilberg, the senior. 152 kills coming in. Tornadoes really needed that point.
Yeah, big run there by Champlin Park. Anoka puts a stop to that. Down now only by 3 here early in the first set.
Lauren Laverty to serve, far corner. Goes along the line. Champlin Park stays along the far side. And that swing goes wide by Riley Inman. And the Tornadoes have a quick 2 and are down by 2.
Yeah, neither of these teams showing the jitters. You know, Champlin Park, they know they're good. You know, Anoka's a very good team also, but they were in this tournament last year, so that's really important, Steve. If you've been there before, you know what to expect.
Lafferty, error into the net. 11-8. Lafferty tried to take something off, and now Gilt goes to the serve for Champlin Park. To our left in Navy. She's had a couple of big swings already. Both teams won dramatic section finals. Gilt into the net. Tornadoes get it back down by 2, 11-9. But I was going to say, Anoka, they go to a 5-setter, beat number 1 seed Centennial up at North Branch in the section final on Halloween. And Champlin Park roared back to Maple Grove in their section final. Anoka goes to work. They'll send it to Vaughn. She'll tap it over and get the point. She went over the block. And it falls. Tornadoes down by 1.
Yeah, really nice job by Vaughn there. A little bit of a change of pace. I think Champlin was expecting the big swing, and she just dropped it in for a point for Anoka.
Vaughn was huge and played great in that section semifinal win over Forest Lake. In the middle, tapped over, kept alive, over and 1. Tornadoes still keep it alive and send it back over. Champlin Park goes to work. In the middle, big swing, blocked but out. And a nice block by Trombley, but couldn't keep it in. And the point to the Rebels, they'll serve up 12-10.
Yeah, Ivy Manning was up there on that block too. She does a good job, and they're going to need that out of her. She has some height. Anoka, not the tallest team in the state, that's for sure, but Manning's a big, tall girl.
Ava Bolter to serve, far side, goes deep far side. Here's Vaughn at the net, into the net, point to Champlin Park. 13-10. So
yeah, they're
Champlin
using
Park,
everything. I'm sorry, Steve. They're using everything right now, Champlin Park. Not just going exclusively with their top hitter. They're spreading the ball around right now.
Reeder handles it in the back. She'll get it back, send it over, but well long. And it's 14-10. Champlin Park back up by 4. They led 10-6, now they're back by 4. And that's kind of a danger zone here as we get later in set number 1. Bolter to serve for the Rebels, into the net. So we've seen some service errors both ways here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a little bit of nerves right now. You can expect that. It's a great format here. A couple games going on. You got a band playing over on the other side and a lot of people. So there's going to be some nerves.
Vaughn to serve for Anoka. Gilk sends it over. Free ball opportunity in the middle. Manning taps it over. Kept alive by Champlin Park. They'll bat it over. Vu on the floor for Anoka. And then into the net goes Manning with that kill attempt. And it's 15-11 Rebels, and they will serve.
Yeah, nice set there.
And Riley Inman's going to serve.
Nice set there by Anoka, but just missing on that was Peyton Manning.
And they get it to the back line. Reeder into the net. She was well back behind that attack line, and now it's 16-11. And now a timeout on the floor as Champlin Park goes up by 5.
Yeah, good start for Champlin Park here. They seem to have settled in.
Is there any way you guys can dump the talk in our mics? So 16-11, let's get back to these section finals. Talk about drama. Champlin Park in the Section 5 final against Maple Grove fell down 2-0. That was over at Osseo, and they roared back to win it, winning 3 sets in a row. So their season was on the line as the number 2 ranked team in the state, the number 1 seed in the section. And as I mentioned for Anoka up in North Branch, a 5-set thriller. So there's nothing like that pressure of a section final.
Yeah, that tells you what kind of a good team that Champlin Park is. You're down 0-2 in the section and you come back and win it 3-2. So that's a sign of a really good team.
Reeder up front, hammers it over, kept alive by Champlin Park. Bolter dug it out. Dug out in the back there by Lanassa. And then Manning puts it away. Ivy Manning, a big point for the Tornadoes. And they are down by 4 and to go to the serve. They really needed that from Ivy Manning in the middle.
Yeah, I think Champlin Park was expecting Anoka to go all the way across to Reeder. Instead, they went to Manning, and Manning put it away.
Evelyn Libero for Anoka to serve. Goes deep into the far corner. Gilk handles it. They come up front. And a big drive, and that's put away there by Tessa Magnan. Outside hitter, 109 kills for the junior. Magnan doesn't get a lot of swings, but when she does, looks good.
Yeah, she's just another one of those options for Champlin Park, and a nice dive there by Lanza. It came up just a little bit short.
Rebels to serve with Adler. Tornadoes to the front. Reeder takes something off. It goes over the block and down. And the Tornadoes hang it in there, but they need to get on a roll with their serve.
Yeah, she found that little bit of a hole there in the middle of the Champlin defense and put it right where she needed to. Dropped it in the bucket.
Kate Trombley, outstanding setter for Anoka, serves away right down the middle and deep. And they'll feed it back. Tapped over, kept alive by Wilberg. Now it's Reeder at the net, and it'll fall. Point to the Tornadoes. Well, Reeder got it over, but I think Wilberg up front did a really nice job.
Yeah, nice job by Wilbur there. Kept those hands up and kind of drove it back at Champlin Park. Gets Anoka within 3.
Trombley, short serve, floater at the net. Gilk far side, blocked back, and down. Wilberg over there with McLaughlin. And now the Tornadoes within 2. Huge block on Gilk.
Wow, that's impressive right there by Wilbur. 2 big plays in a row when Anoka leading them to block Gilk is saying something.
Trombley, far side, high floater, middle of the floor. They'll feed it across. Gilk, left hand, cross court. And she finds the spot deep near corner. And they went right back to her and she didn't miss.
Yeah, I think Wilbur ticked her off a little bit. She said, you know what? Take this right here. And she brought it into that back corner where there was no Tornado. Gets them back up by 3.
Rebels by 3. And they'll serve with Axness. Tornadoes to the net, near side. Wilberg gets it over the block, tapped over by Champlin Park. Opportunity, Reeder, far side. Dug out there beautifully. Now it's Gilk. She'll tap it deep. Tornadoes back to the net. Over in 2. No, double hit. And that point will go to the Rebels, and they're back up by 4 late in set 1.
Yeah, that was a big play there by Champlin Park. Nice dig on the Reeder hit.
Axness to serve again. She had a nice dig on that point for sure. It's Reeder and hammers it away. And that's a kill for Reeder. And now Anoka down by 3. Reeder to serve.
Yeah, Reeder's been a big part of this game so far, and we knew that she would be. And she's keeping Anoka within sight of Champlin Park. So this game has a long way to go with Champlin Park up by 3.
Outstanding talent on the floor for this 4A quarterfinal here at the X. They'll send it to Gilk. Gilk took something off. Lanassa toward the net, piped over, or Vaughn tapped it into the block, and it was knocked down there. Gilk and Bellison were there to put it away. They had the clean block. Vaughn didn't get a lot on it, and now it's 20-16 Rebels. Holine to serve. Holine right down the middle of the floor. Lanassa to the front. They'll back set to Wilberg. She'll go to the deep corner. Rebels set it up. They get it over the net. And now at the back line. Tapped over and down by Vaughn. Nice set there by Reeder to Vaughn, near side at the net. And she found an opening, 20-17.
Boy, you could see that perfectly from our vantage point, where she saw exactly what we saw, and she put it right where she needed to put it. Nice play by Vaughn.
Lauren Lafferty will serve. Gets it deep. Holine digs it out. Near side, Gilk. There's a point for the Rebels. And that's just dominant. Near side goes cross court. And the Tornadoes couldn't do much with that. 21-17. And Gilk will serve. Outstanding senior. Headed for the U of M. Serve over, dug out by Lanassa. They'll get it to Reeder. That's going to be a point. I think Reeder was over the attack line there with the swing. Yeah. And now it's 22-17. We have another timeout. Yeah. Rebels extend their lead back to 5. They were up 16-11. Now 22-17. Tornadoes have played well. Rebels have just been a bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that was a point right there that Anoka needed, and they gave it up. I'm not sure what it was for sure, yeah. Steve, but
yeah, Reeder was in the back, and I think when she left the floor, her foot was on that attack line, and probably an illegal move up front for Reeder. Unless someone got into the net on either side. I didn't see that, but nevertheless, set number 1.
Well, there's still a long ways to go in this game here. Let's see what Anoka can put together here at the end, trying to keep Champlin Park off the scoreboard.
By the way, Eastridge and Minnetonka starting on court 2 next door to our right. We're on court 1, or the west end of the Xcel Energy Center, and that is sent over. And a point for the Tornadoes. So they get a key point, but they're in that danger zone, 22-18. They need a run, and Wilberg serves.
Yeah, that's Ivy Manning getting involved here. Ivy Manning, she has a hit percentage of .368, so she's a good hitter for Anoka.
Reeder digs it out in the back. They send it to the front. Trombley near side. Vaughn taps it over. Rebels keep it alive. They'll give it to Gilk. Gilk comes up short into the net, 22-19. And Wilberg will serve again, and Wilberg's had a couple of key points in this set.
Yeah, she's looked pretty good for Anoka, and they need her to keep performing.
Short serve into the middle, handled by Holine, tapped over by the Rebels, and they just found a wide open spot over on the far side. That was Riley Inman, found that opening, and it's 23-19 Rebels. They get the serve back. And coming on to serve is Ava Bolter.
Inman kind of just putted that ball over. It was almost like a shot put. I thought they might call it on her, but she found that back corner.
Bolter's serve over, far side, Vu to the bench. Can the Rebels get it over the antenna? No. That was a tough spot for Trombley over there. Now set point at 24-19, and going back to serve for the set is Ava Bolter. A senior for John Yunker in Champlin Park. Gets it in. Lanassa digs it out. Reeder in the back. Sends it over. Dug out by the Rebels to the net. In the middle. Vu over and one. Dug it out for Anoka. They'll send it all the way across. And there's the winner. That's Riley Inman to put it away. And Champlin Park takes set number 1, 25-19. And they will indeed switch it up this year. It's been a while since we've seen that at a state tournament. They've typically stayed on their same side. Anyway, 1 in the books here at this state 4A quarterfinal from the Xcel Energy Center. Steve Thompson, Pete Hayes here on QCTV.
Did you know that every day millions of children around the world go to bed hungry? At Feed My Starving Children, we're working hard to change that. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. It's a fun, rewarding, and impactful way to spend your time. Plus, it's something you can do with friends, family, or even your coworkers. Ages 5 and up and all abilities are welcome. We take care of you every step of the way, from greeting you at the door, increasing your understanding of the impact of world hunger, to specific volunteer roles. We're here to serve you. And together, we'll celebrate the powerful impact you've made in less than 2 hours. So join us at FMSC Coon Rapids and be part of something bigger than yourself. Find more details and sign up for a volunteer slot at fmsc.org/volunteer. Together, we can feed every child until all are fed.
And we are back. Xcel Energy Center, set number 2 coming up here of this Class 4A volleyball quarterfinal. Steve Thompson, Pete Hayes. Champlin Park wins it 25-19. And the Rebels just a little bit better. Both teams had service errors. Both teams had nice blocks at the mat. But once again, Carly Gilk, really the difference overall.
Yeah, she looks really good out there, and you know, she's a Star Tribune Player of the Year in the state of Minnesota. So you're expecting that out of her, but right now it seems to be the depth for Champlin Park that is the difference. They're getting contributions for a bunch of different players. So Anoka is going to need the same out of their team, and I'm sure that they're going to give a little bit better effort this second game. Not that they're not giving a good effort, but right now Champlin's just a little bit better.
And we're just about ready to go. Switch sides. Tornadoes move to our left. They're in black. Champlin Park to our right. And they are wearing their navy here at the Xcel Energy Center. And by the way, Eastridge and Minnetonka being introduced right now in court 2 to our right or on the east end of the Xcel Energy Center. And by the way, the semifinals are tomorrow here in St. Paul. On court 1 at 9 a.m. Lakeville South against Roseville. And then, of course, the winner of our match takes on either Eastridge or Minnetonka. So here we go, set number 2. And once again, these teams met earlier in the year. And this was at Anoka. Anoka won the first set. Champlin Park the second. Anoka the third, and then Champlin Park came back to win the fourth and the fifth, so they did go 5 in September. Champlin Park to serve, tapping it over is Manning for Anoka. And do we have a net violation? We do indeed. And Champlin Park will get the first point of the set, and they will serve, and it's going to be Ava Bolter to serve for the Rebels in blue.
Yeah, I think it's really important, Steve, for Anoka to get off to a good start in this game. It would be a hard get if they get down 2-0.
Bolter, a serve, kept alive. Reeder's going to send it over. Free ball opportunity for the Rebels in the middle, big swing. Somehow they tap it over with Vaughn, and then putting it away over in that far corner was Catherine Adler, and it's 2-0 Champlin Park. Adler got a good swing on that one and put it away.
Adler's also a D1 athlete. She's going to be going to Jacksonville next year.
Reeder sends it in the front. Manning taps it over, kept alive by the Rebels. Near side. Lanassa now gives it to Reeder, and she'll bat it over. Another free ball opportunity. And this is the Rebels, and with the swing there and putting it away was Riley Inman. And Rebels off to a fast start, 3-0. Anoka scrambling a little bit defensively.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, and like I said, Champlin Park's using a lot of different people. You know, it's not just going through Carly Glick.
Tornadoes send it over. Another free ball opportunity for Champlin Park. Inman again. Dug out in the back by Lanassa at the net. Tapped down. And that was just kind of a cookie there for Adler right in the middle. She just kind of dunked that. 4-0 Rebels.
Well, nice job there by Anoka to dig, but Riley Inman, 168 kills on the year, and she brought that one to the house.
That is Bolter. They send it across. Tapped over by Vaughn. No double hit. 5-0. Not the start the Tornadoes wanted here in set number 2. And a quick timeout for Chris Fenwick as they talk it over. So Rebels get on a roll here in set number 2 and lead at 5-0.
Yeah, nice job by Coach Fenwick to get a timeout right here. Try to settle his team down. You know, you don't want to get behind by much more. It's a hard comeback against a team like this. But Fenwick will talk to him over there, try to settle him down a little bit and see if they can come out here and score a point.
Still a long way to go in the match. You got to remember that. They had good moments here. and it's just settling it down and getting that first point. The set is far from lost. It's early.
Yeah, it really is. And Anoka's very capable. You know, they've won 22 matches this year, so they're very capable of settling this thing down and getting back in the game. But you don't want to get behind by too much more here early on in this second set.
And Anoka, outstanding year, 22-7, as Pete mentioned at the top. Champlin Park 28-3 at a time. They were number 1, number 2, and the back and forth with Lakeville South. In the final poll, it was Lakeville South number 1, Champlin Park number 2. Out of the timeout, Rebels lead and serve 5-0 to the back. Lanasa, now Reeder, and now it's Vaughn tapping it over. And the Rebels go to work in the middle, and that one long, no. It hit the line, a swing there by Adler. A middle hitter, and she's been a factor early in this set, 6-0, Champlin Park.
Yeah, that was close right there. Probably would like to have seen some instant replay, but we don't have it. But that was a close call, but it goes Champlin Park's way.
Bolter to serve again, an early roll for Champlin Park. Reeder in the back, lets it fly, and he'll get the point.
Yeah, that's the first time in this set that they've found Reeder, and that's really important, and she did it from almost the back row. She can get up in the air.
And now Piper Vaughn to serve for Anoka on our left, serving to the right. Drops it in, almost an ace. Rebels keep it alive. They'll tap it over with Holine. Trombley back set. Manning sent it over. Champlin Park back to work. Big drive dug out by Wilberg. That big swing by Adler again, and once again, they've been feeding her in the middle early in this set.
Yeah, they really have. And Adler, she's a Star Tribune All-State player, 416 kills on the year, and also 51 blocks, so big part of Champlin Park.
Here's Reeder for Anoka. Dug out. They'll send it back, and another point as they get it to Adler, and this has been all about Catherine Adler as the Rebels take an 8-1 lead in set number 2. They lead it 1-0. They won the first 25-19.
Yeah, and they're doing this with Gilk in the back row, and she'll be moving up here, rotating up here real soon.
And Inman with a service error goes long there. It's 8-2. And now it'll be Ivy Manning for the Anoka Tornadoes. And the senior needs to get on a roll and get them back in this set. Still plenty of time. Good serve into the middle. Dug out by a Holine. They'll send it across. Tapped over by Champlin Park. Trombley all the way across to Reeder. Block. In. Good block over on the far side on Reeder, and it's now 9-2 Rebels.
Yeah, that was another close ball. Must have hit the line. At least that's what the lines person's saying. So Champlin Park is up by 7 here early in the second set.
Adler to serve. He's had some key points already in this set. They'll get it to Reeder, sends it in the middle. It's just tapped over by Trombley. And now far side Gilk. Dug out in the back by Lanass. A beautiful dig over to Reeder for the Tornadoes. She'll put it away. Holine dug it out, but it hit Gilk and went to the floor. That was a phenomenal dig by Abel Lanass for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, that was big right there. And Reeder's in that front line saying, feed me, feed me. I know she wasn't real happy that she didn't get it on the last one, but she did get it here and puts Anoka, gives them another point.
There's Gilk, look out. Gilk goes down the line near side and put it away, 10-3 Champlin Park. She can really elevate, and when she gets it in a good spot, look out.
Yeah, and it's left-handed, am I right? Isn't she bringing it with the left?
And bringing a lot of heat.
Yeah, I'm getting out of the way on that one.
Reese Axness to serve for the Rebels, up 10-3 is set number 2. Reeder in the back. Trombley sends it over to Manning. Or excuse me, Anoka back at it. Now it's down the line. Nice swing by Hayden Reeder. 10-4. Reeder got an opportunity. She didn't miss. And now Reeder to serve for the Tornadoes, down by 6. To Gilk. They'll send it into the middle. Gilk puts it away. She goes into that middle hitter roll and dropped the hammer. 11-4 Rebels. Holine to serve.
Yeah, she just moves along the line there, and that left hand is something you don't see all the time. And she just brought that one right into the hole.
Holine. I'll send it over to Vaughn. Vaughn blocked, kept alive by Lanassa. They'll get it to Reeder. Reeder finds a spot. Far corner. That's as good a swing as we've seen. And it's 11-5, and the Tornadoes are going to get it back. And Lanassa will serve.
Yeah, Coach Fenwick, he's in the now, but you can see that big smile on his face when he sees Reeder hit it with her big smile on her face. And he also knows that she's going to be back again another year.
There's an ace. She came near side deep, and it deflects off the arms of Riley Inman. She couldn't handle that one. That had some spin on it. 11-6. Lanassa is a good server, just a sophomore. And plays that all-important libero role. Another serve into the middle, handled by Holine. They send it across. Inman. And there's one by Wilberg down the line and deep for a point for the Tornadoes. And they're back within 4. Wilberg, a big point.
The senior, Elena Wilberg, is really playing well here for Anoka. So she's come to play today.
Lanassa to serve for the Tornadoes, drops it in short. Holine digs it out. Axness sends it across. Gilt goes cross court for the point. And whenever they need one, set it up for Gilt.
Well, she's really good from that right side with that left hand. That's so hard to defend. And they finally got her back in the back row again here, but she scored from all 3 positions in that front row.
Gilt to serve, good line drive serve, over and 1 for the Tornadoes. Champlin Park to work in the middle. There's another point for Adler. She puts it away, and it's 13-7. And I would say Catherine Adler has been front and center so far in this set for Champlin Park.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gilt drives it over, Rebels to the net. Manning block. Tornadoes keep it alive. In the back, Reeder gets the point. Got it over. And it goes all the way to that big curtain between the courts here at the X. And it's 13-8. Key point for Anoka as they try and hang in. And Wilberg to serve. Gets it over. They send it across. Tornadoes keep it alive. Trombley over to Vaughn, down the line, but out. She tried to beat the block, but it went out in front of the Rebels bench.
Yeah, another thing about Gilk, she's a really good server too, Steve. She had 38 aces on the season. And, you know, you move on to that Big Ten, you're going to have to be able to do that too. Minnesota's where she's going, but she can do that too.
Bolter served away. Now it's Vaughn for Anoka, and she put it away. Piper Vaughn from the far side. Good swing there. And it's 14-9. Tornadoes down by 5, and Vaughn will serve.
Anoka's not going away. You know, they're keeping themselves within shouting distance at 14-9 right now here in this second set.
Vaughn to serve, jump serve from the middle, goes deep. They'll get it to the net. Axness. It's tamped over there by Adler. Not a lot on it. Reeder dug out beautifully by Holine. Champlin Park sends it over. Free ball for the Tornadoes in the middle. Manning. What a save by Gilk in the back. And now it's sent over by Champlin Park. Now they get it over to Reeder for Anoka. Right back near side. Reeder digs it out for Anoka. Reeder gets it back. And she'll get the point. Near corner. No one home for Champlin Park. 14-10. A lot of Hayden Reeder there.
Boy, that was the third time for Reeder. Gilk dug 2 of them out. The third one, not this time. You can't give her that many opportunities.
Vaughn to serve again. Floater into the middle, dug out by Gilk. She'll get it back. Or excuse me, that was Adler. Tapped over by Manning. Holine. And now it's sent over by Inman for Champlin Park. Reeder, far side, goes wide. Holine, great play to let it fly by.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there by Holine to let that one go. Your first instinct is let's play this ball, and she would have had 0 chance to return that.
Inman serving for the Rebels. They get it to Reeder, and Reeder puts it away. Big right-handed swing from the far side. And it's 15-11. Tornadoes hanging in there. And set number 2, Rebels won the opener 25-19. And now Ivy Manning to serve. Middle of the floor. It's a deep. And then look out, Adler again. Terrific feed from Axness. And now it's 16-11.
Yeah, Adler's been the difference in this game. She's that second option for, or you should really say a 1A option for Champlin Park. She's really, really good.
Adler serves. Anoka goes to work. They feed Reeder, taps it over. Couldn't get it over the net. She tried to pull the string on that. It stayed on the Tornado side of the net. 17-11, Champlin Park. Another serve by Adler, dug out in the back by Vaughn. They'll feed Reeder again, far side. Rebels get it to the net. Here's Gilk down the line.
That hit the,
Yeah, it hit the antenna.
hit the antenna.
17-12, and Tornadoes to serve, and it'll be Kate Trombley, their outstanding junior setter. They're trying to find the ball. It went up into the second row of the Ag-Cell Energy Center here on Court 1, or the west end of the building, or the Minneapolis side of the building, if you will. Even though we are in St. Paul.
Yes, let's go with that.
Yeah. Well, I was born just up the street a long time ago. Here's Gilk. Goes cross court and finds a winner. And it's 18-12 Champlin Park. And once again, Carly Gilk makes it look so easy.
She is a tremendous, tremendous player, and we've been watching her for years, it seems like, Steve. You know, as a freshman, she was a good player. She just keeps getting better and better.
Axness to serve, their outstanding setter for the Rebels. Trombley, her counterpart, gets it over to Wilberg. Block, keeps it alive. Trombley, back set, Reeder. Dug out of there by Gilk, and it's sent over by Champlin Park. Opportunity for Anoka to go to work. Reeder, over and down. Beat the block, and it's 18-13. Tornadoes to serve with Reeder.
You know, that's one of the impressive things about Gilk. She's made some really nice saves so far. She's well-rounded, but Reeder comes through with another point for Anoka.
Gilk in the middle, tapped over, and that was kept alive by Trombley. It made it over the net, inside the antenna, but out of bounds. 19-13 Rebels. Holine to serve. And she'll go far side, deep in the corner at the net, tapped over by Champlin Park and one. That was Bellison, and then into the net goes Will. Actually, net violation by Champlin Park. Point to the Tornadoes, 19-14, and now serving will be Abel Anayaza.
Once again, nice play by Alana Wilbur.
Just made the most of her opportunities. I'll send it across. Swing there by Inman, and the point to the Rebels. 20-14.
You know, Anoka keeps hanging around. They get within 5, and they're trading points right now. And Anoka can't trade points right now. They need to put a little bit of a streak together.
Gilk to serve, handled by Reeder in the back. Over on the near side, Wilbur taps it deep to Gilk. They get it to the net in the middle, and out. Well, that was a rare miss by Adler. She tried to tap it to the near side, but it went out of bounds. And now it's 20-15. Tornadoes get it back. Wilberg serving. Near side, and that's a nice swing by Inman. Got it over the net. Goes out of bounds. Off the block attempt by Anoka, 21-15, Rebels.
Yeah, Inman's just a youngster. She's a sophomore, 168 kills and 29 service aces, so she's the next star at Champlin Park.
Champlin Park serving. Bolter with the serve. Reeder in the back, didn't miss. Big drive.
And speaking of stars, right there, that was from the back row, and she got up in the air and just ripped it.
Yeah, what a great downward angle on that one with room to spare. And now the serve for Vaughn for the Tornadoes. Far side along the line, and that one blocked, but out. And the point goes to who else? Catherine Adler. She's got to have 6-7 kills in this set.
Yeah, they're having a hard time trying to figure her out right now. But, yeah, I think she has like 7 kills in this set. So she's the one they got to stop. But, you know, you stop her, and then you got Inman, and you got Gilk, you know, and then wherever else it comes from Champlin Park. So they're a very impressive volleyball team.
22-16, timeout set number 2. And next door, Minnetonka and Eastridge underway, set number 1. And the Raptors lead the Skippers 18-14. The winner of our match will play that match tomorrow morning here at the XL Energy Center at 11 a.m. Once again, Lakeville South won the opener. The number 1 seed beat number 8 Apple Valley 3-0. And then it was number 5 Roseville beating number 4 St. Michael Albertville 3-1. This one, number 2 seed Champlin Park, number 7 Anoka, and next door, number 3 Eastridge against number 6 Minnetonka. And I like them seeding the entire tournament. You know, seed them 1 through 8, and let's play. Before, it used to be in tournaments, top 5, and then the 3 random draw. Here's Reeder. She goes cross court and in near corner. 22-17. So the problem really in this set for Anoka was a slow start when they fell down 6-0, Pete.
Yeah, it's been even since that time. And like I said, they got to string a few points together here. They get within 5. They try to cut it to 4 right now.
They send it near side, dug out by the Tornadoes, but they couldn't do much with it. That was a nice swing near side. Tessa Magnan, heard from her a little bit in set number 1. She gets a big point there, making it 23-17 Rebels. And now Champlin Park and Catherine Adler will serve. Up by 6, late in set number 2. Adler serves away. Dug out by Vaughn in the back. Trombley gets it over to Reeder, taps it over, but we got an antenna hit. And now it's set point at 24-17.
Yeah, we haven't heard a lot from Magna, but she's another one that can do some damage. 108 kills on the season.
Good serve there, and that's an ace for Adler. So a set all about Catherine Adler. She serves the ace to close it out. And Champlin Park has won the first 2. And they close it out 25-17. Set number 3 coming up, but that was a pretty dominant performance by the Rebels there in set number 2.
Yeah, they got off to that early start and they just held serve. They changed points back and forth, and then at the end, Champlin Park put it away.
Steve Thompson, Pete Hayes from the XL Energy Center. Champlin Park up 2-0. The third on the way here on QCTV.
Champlin's Police and Fire Open House returns to the Champlin Public Works Building on Saturday, October 5th. Featuring demonstrations from the Anoka Champlin Fire Department, as well as the Champlin Police Department, this free event will take place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Great for the entire family, this community event will feature emergency vehicles, canine units, drone demonstrations, and much more. For a full list of events, be sure to follow the City of Champlin on Facebook or Champlin's website. We'll see you at this year's Police and Fire Open House on October 5th.
And we are back. Set number 3, Xcel Energy Center State Volleyball Class 4A quarterfinal, and Champlin Park won the first 2 sets. Now the Tornadoes, they need to dig deep and win a set here.
You really do need to dig deep right now. Do we want to be done in 3, or do we want to keep playing in this kind of environment? So Anoka's going to need to have a better start than they did last set.
They get it in the middle, and there's a break, a swing, and a miss by Catherine Adler. Goes wide far side. And Anoka has a 1-0 lead, and serving right now for the Tornadoes is Wilberg. Champlin Park scored the first 2 points of set number 2 and really rolled after that. And that one finds the mark. That's Inman, far side. Tucks it into the near corner, and it's 1-1. Champlin Park serving from left to right. And that'll be Inman serving. Good serve, handled by Vaughn in the back. They get it to Reeder, and she'll tap it over and down. Reeder from the back line knocked that over right down the middle, took a little off. And Anoka has a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, if you're Anoka, you got to believe. You know, you're down 2-0 to a higher-rated team, and you come in as a big underdog, but you got to believe that you can do this, and right now they're up 2-1.
Vaughn to serve, Piper Vaughn. Far corner, but out. That's just the one thing they can't afford. They had a little of that in the first set. Really no service errors that I can think of as set number 2.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. They cannot afford to have those missed serves, that's for sure.
Here's Adler to serve. Just the player. And now here's Reeder, puts it away. Near side, goes cross court. And Anoka back up 3-2, and they will serve. Nice swing by Hayden Reeder, the outstanding junior for the Tornadoes. And now Ivy Manning to serve. I think getting Manning involved in the middle as we move forward would be helpful for the Tornadoes. Here's Gilk. Dug out in the back by Vaughn into the net. Dug off the net. Sent over by Wilberg. Rebels go to work. Gilk left side. Look out. Manning couldn't dig that out of there. And now we're tied at 3, and the Rebels will get the serve back.
There's that left hand from that left side coming across court. Just a little too hot for Anoka to handle. A little something on Hayden Reeder. She's had 30 kills in 4 of her last 5 matches. And she's well on her way to that right now, I would say.
Just an unbelievable year for the outstanding junior. So fun to watch. Reese Axness to serve. Champlin Park, dug out by Reeder in the back. Trombley, back to Reeder. What a dig by Holine for Champlin Park. They'll get it to the front, send it over. Now it's Reeder near side. Dug out again. Gilk will send it into the net. Couldn't get over. Just tried to tap it over and came up short.
Boy, a couple of nice digs here by Holine to keep the ball alive for Champlin Park, but Anoka battled and ended up winning the point.
Trombley sends it over for Anoka. Gilk in the middle, taps it over. Trombley, and now to Reeder, another big swing dug out by Holine. All the way across, Rebels go long. That swing by Tess Magnan missed the mark, and the Tornadoes have a 5-3 lead here in set number 3.
Well, Holine once again digging right where Reeder's going with the ball, so Champlin Park making a little adjustment, and it seems to be working for them.
Gilk in the middle, there's a point. They had that middle block set up for the Tornadoes. Isabella McLaughlin got an arm on it, but a little too much power. Gilk put it away for the kill. 5-4 Tornadoes, Rebels to serve with Holine.
Well, the difference so far in this game is Anoka is getting off to a quicker start, leading 5-4. They were down 5-0 last game.
Holine into the net. Tornadoes up by 2 and will serve, and it's going to be Hayden Reeder, and a good server as well. She has a strong service game.
Now we got a whistle here.
And I don't illegal rotate. John Young getting an explanation over on the far side. Must be an illegal rotate. Don't see that much. 7-4 Tornadoes. They'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely they were. And you're talking about Hayden Reeder. She has 54 service aces on the season. So, yes, she can serve.
Floater dug out by Holon. Gilk near side, down the line. Found the mark. Wow. That was right in the corner near side. 7-5. And Gilk will serve. Carly Gilk, the senior. Dominant first set. A good serve. Lanassa. Now they get it to Vaughn up front. Dug out in the back by Gilk. Tapped over. Kept alive by Trombley. Now it's Vaughn again. She'll get it to Gilk in the back. Rebels go to work in the middle. Into the net. Pounded into the net there by Adler. So Adler's missed in a couple of swings. And the Tornadoes go back up by 3 and Lanassa to serve.
Yeah, Anoka keeping a little bit of separation here.
I'll move it to the front. And just sneaking it over, Riley Inman over on the far side. And it's 8-6, Rebels down by 2, and they'll serve. And coming out to serve Ava Bolter.
You know, a fun fact, Steve, maybe it's just fun for me. Both of us lived in Champlin growing up, and we graduated from Anoka High School. So we are cheering for both.
Yeah,
we can't lose.
This is a tough assignment for sure in that respect. Gilk in the back. Dug out of there by Lanassa. Over and 1 for Anoka. Rebels go to work in the middle. Adler a big swing. Dug out again. Now Reeder in the back. Pounds it into the net. Point to Champlin Park. That was a dynamic point. And Reeder gives Lanassa a shove because that was a phenomenal dig, even though they didn't get the point. 8-7, Rebels down by 1.
Yeah, Lanassa's feeling pretty good about our game right now. That was a great dig right there.
Service error by Bolter. Anoka up 9-7, and that'll send Wilberg to the line to serve. Tornadoes down 2 sets to none, but leading here in the third. Back set, blocked beautifully by Manning for Anoka. Over on the far side, there's a nice swing for Inman. But the Tornadoes, yeah, 9-8, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Rebels
another nice kill there by the youngster for Champlin Park. Puts them within 1.
Inman just a sophomore, and she'll serve away. Reeder in the back, handles it for Anoka, tapped over by Manning. Champlin Park will just send it over. Free ball opportunity, Champlin Park. Near side Vaughn, taps it over the block, and we got Champlin Park double hit. And the Tornadoes back up by 2 and will serve with Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Fenwick would like to find a little bit of separation right here. Up by 2, that's the most they've been up in the game, or in the set, excuse me.
Good serve by Vaughn. Rebels scrambling a little bit. Nice dig by Lanassa, but can't get it to the front row, and Trombley, it goes out of play over by the scorer's table. And Tornadoes up by 1, but the Rebels to serve, and this is going to be Catherine Adler. It was the dominant player in set number 2, won by the Rebels, 25-17. Her first serve into the middle. Opportunity at the net. Manning sent it over. Rebels go to work. Gilk far side. And she'll get the point. It's the kill. Vaughn just couldn't dig that one out. We're tied at 10.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game right now is Champlin Park has the 3 big hitters. Anoka has the 1. At least that's how it's playing out right now.
Reeder couldn't put it away. Now Gilk for Champlin Park. Lanassa. Wilberg couldn't get it over. That would have been phenomenal. Lanassa hanging in there. Wilberg tried to get it over, and now the Rebels up by 1, 11-10 here in the third.
You know, the thing about Anoka, and I heard it, they're a gutsy team. You know, they're fun to watch. They make efforts like we just saw right there.
Lanassa digs it out. Reeder keeps it alive. Tapped over by Manning. Champlin Park to work. Gilk, far side swing. There's another kill for Carly Gilk. And now it's 4 in a row for Champlin Park. And they lead it 12-10. And I would think we're closing in on timeout. One more point. I would think Chris Fenwick's going to take a timeout and try and slow this down.
Yeah, it's a big point right here.
Adler serves wide. Well, service error. Anoka down by 1, staves off the timeout. And now Manning to serve. Yeah, you could almost feel that timeout coming, and then the service error. And now Manning with her team. The Anoka Tornadoes down by 1, 12-10 here in the third. And now I think we have all the subs sorted out where everyone should be. Jayla Jernell, a sophomore, on the floor. Serve in for the Tornadoes. They feed Gilk far side for Champlin Park. Dug out there by Wilberg. Another dig by Holine. Back to Gilk, Champlin Park. And she drops it in. Great vision there. Looked like she was going to come cross court. Instead went down the far line.
Well, besides Gil, Colheim is the MVP of this game so far because Reeder keeps bringing it, and she seems to be wherever Reeder's bringing it.
Rebels to serve with Axness. Champlin Park up 2 sets to none. Lead 13-11 here in the third. Axness sends it to Reeder. Trombley right back to Reeder at the net. Tapped over, touched by Champlin Park. Point to the Tornadoes. They're hanging in there in the third. Trombley to serve.
Yeah, Trombley a good server for Anoka, so they want to try to get themselves on a little bit of a run here at 13-12 Champlin Park.
Trombley, another junior, just like Reeder. In the middle, Gilk taps it over. Kept alive by Trombley. Lanassa back to Reeder. Gets it over. Rebels go to work at the net. Back set, Gilk, look out. Vaughn couldn't do much with that. She tried. And now the Rebels up by 2, 14-12. But the way they move Gilk around, she can be in the middle, she can be on the far side. This time near side with the big swing.
You know, I was thinking the same thing, Stephen. Where's she the best at? Well, she's pretty good at all 3 of those positions.
Line to serve for the Rebels. Reeder answers. Far side goes cross court. And there was no chance for Axness to dig that out. 14-13 Rebels. But Reeder's going to serve for the Tornadoes.
She just has fun out there. You know, they're down 2 sets to none, and she's laughing and having a good time, and she's very competitive, but she enjoys the game.
Inman. That one right back to Inman. They set it up. Back set Gilk. And she found a spot. And she can change speeds. Like a pitcher, she's got the fastball, but the changeup and the slider, and that was that in between, and found a spot deep. Rebels up by 2, and that's what makes her so dangerous. You don't know what you're going to see coming off that swing.
Yeah, that's why she's the player of the year here in the state of Minnesota and going to the University of Minnesota. A very good volleyball team. There's an ace by her.
Yeah. Rebels up by 3. But like I say, she can just drop it in or bring the heat or something in between. There's one into the net. Service error. Tornadoes down by 2. And they'll go to the service line. By the way, consolation tomorrow morning. So the championship semifinals, consolation semifinals, court 1, court 2 tomorrow morning. So the Tornadoes will be right next door here at the Xcel Energy Center if they're not able to rally. Manning blocked at the net, but it goes out, point to the Tornadoes. Ivy Manning in spots, been involved in big points, and that pulls them to within 1.
Yeah, they're not going away.
Or Wilberg, excuse me.
They're not going away, and you have to really like that out of this Tornado squad.
Lanassa to serve for the Tornadoes. They send it across. Here's Inman, and Inman gets the point. She got it over, touched by the Tornadoes, out of bounds. Champlin Park by 2, 17-15. And Ava Bolt on to serve for John Yunker.
Yeah, Inman's not the biggest girl on the court, but she can really get up.
Lanassa digs it out. Wilberg into the middle, sent over by Reeder. Rebels go to work. Gilk sends it across. Tapped over by Holine. Now it's Manning. Gets it over for the Tornadoes. Gilk in the middle. She'll just send a soft one over. Near side Vaughn over the D and a point. Nice play by Vaughn over the block. Gets a big hug from Hayden Reeder. And Anoka hanging in there down by 1. Wilberg to serve.
That's what they need. They need Vaughn to contribute here, and they need Manning also to contribute down the stretch here.
Good serve by Wilberg. At the net, tapped right back, kept alive by Adler. And now Inman sent it over for the Rebels. Manning again taps it over. Nice dig by Champlin Park. Gilk just bats it over. Anoka right back at it. Near side Vaughn over the defense. Set up by Inman. Lanassa sets it up for Anoka. Vaughn again into the block. And that time it was Adler and company with the beautiful block near side to get the point.
Yeah, that's a big point right there. And it looks like Coach Fenwick is going to take a timeout here. Anoka down by 2 at 18-16. So good timeout there by Coach Fenwick.
But they have played as good as they've played here in set number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. They're matching them point for point right now, and they just need to get themselves on a little bit of a run here. Maybe get a service ace or 2 here down the stretch, but this one's going to go right down to the end.
And when you look at Champlin Park tonight, you mentioned depth a couple of times, and the Rebels have really shown it off because up front in set number 2 it was all about Catherine Adler. You know, they kept feeding her, and she dominated in the middle. Now they moved to the outside. Seen some big swings by Gilk, some points by Inman. They just have so many options. And then, of course, defensively, Lily Holine has been phenomenal at the libero spot for Champlin Park. She's just been great.
Yeah, she's looked really good. And we haven't even mentioned Agnes, who's a D1 player going to Ball State. So they got a boatload of talent.
Yeah, and Agnes, the setter in the middle, just outstanding coming in. Over 1,000 set assists this year. Back to action, Rebels in the middle, and there's Adler with a point. She's had a quiet set, and now the Rebels extend their lead to 19-16 here in set number 3, and going to serve is going to be Riley Inman.
Like that right there, Steve. Agnes with a great, great set.
Serves it deep, kept alive by Vaughn. Vaughn will get it back. And now the Rebels go to work on the far side, tapped over, but well long. Tessa Magnan misses there. 19-17, Tornadoes down by 2, and it'll be Piper Vaughn, the senior, to serve.
That was a big needed point right there for the Anoka Tornadoes.
Vaughn gets it over, good serve. Magnan gets it over. Up, hit the antenna. And now the Tornadoes are down by just 1, and they continue to serve. That swing by Magnan hit the antenna far side. Vaughn serve. Far side and deep, dug out. They get it in the middle. Sent over by Adler. Near side. And there's a point for Hayden Reeder. It got touched by the Rebels, but we are tied at 19, just like that. Timeout on the floor. John Younger for the Rebels wants to talk it over.
Boy, hitting the antenna there. That was big right there.
Yeah.
Anoka picks up 3 points. They're back in this thing at 19-19. So here we go. Hold on. Anoka's not going away quietly.
Anoka would just love to get another set out of this one and see what happens there. Just stay alive. And you really got to like the fight that they've shown, and we've seen them a number of times here on QCTV this year, and you've got to be impressed how they bring it. And I think their leader, junior Hayden Reeder, just brings that attitude, and everybody who follows along that, you know, we're not going to give up, we're not going to quit, we're going to have fun, and you got to love that.
Yeah, absolutely. She has the attitude. She's the kind of kid you want to play with, and you can have fun and be competitive at the same time.
Vaughn to serve out of the timeout, tied at 19, set number 3. Good deep serve, sent to the front by Gilk. Near side, Adler bats it over. Rebels keep it alive. Reeder sends it over. Free ball opportunity here in the middle. Adler goes wide with the miss. Big swing by Catherine Adler, but it goes wide near side. The Tornadoes have scored 4 in a row and lead by 1. Vaughn to serve. From our right to our left. Floater dug out by Holine. Back set. Adler goes long again. 21-19 Tornadoes. Well, they fed it to Adler again. Nice back set by Axness, but she just had a little too much on it. Vaughn right back to the line. High floater into the middle. Axness. And there's a point. Gilk that time, and it's 21-20. And that was right on the line.
Yeah, Gilk just stopped the bleeding right there for Champlin Park. Anoka's still up by 1 here in this third set.
Adler to serve. Gets it over. Dug out by Lanassa. Near side, Reeder kept alive. They'll send it over with Gilk. A floater. Rebels go to work. Back to Reeder. Over the defense. Now Rebels back at it. Far side, Gilk at the net. Kept alive by Trombley. They'll get it to Reeder and back. She'll send it over but long. Quite a point there. Tied at 21 now.
Well, Champlin Park, after giving up 5 in a row, gets the next 2. And we're 21-21.
Adler to serve right down the middle. Trombley all the way across. Reeder into the net. Kind of met that in a weird spot. And now it's 22-21, so the Rebels reel off 3 in a row. Up by 1 late in set number 3. Adler serve. Deep. Lanaz can't direct that. Reeder went all the way to the curtain and couldn't get to it. And now it's 23-21 Rebels timeout.
Yeah, Chris Fenwick was feeling pretty good there, and all of a sudden, here comes the number 2 team in the state of Minnesota. And some might say the number 1 team. We're going to find out this week, but they come storming back, and now they're 2 points away from winning the match at 23-21. So we can watch and listen and see what happens with the Anoka Tornadoes here and the Champlin Park Rebels.
Well, and on that last one, Lanaz was in a tough spot as she tried to dig that one out. Do you try and play that one? And that she was in a really tough spot. Let it fly, might hit the line, try and play it on the heavy hit. And out Champlin Park, who won the opening set 25-19, won the second 25-17. Now they're up here in the third 23-21. State 4A quarterfinals at the X. Serve is in. Tornadoes get it to the net, far side. Reeder gets it over and down. Big point for the Tornadoes. They're still alive. Huge serve coming up for Ivy Manning.
Yeah, and
huge point.
They need to keep serving Reeder. You know, you're going to live and die through Hayden Reeder, I would have to say.
Manning over at the tape. They send it to Gilk. Gilk sends it over softly. Over to Reeder, far side, down the line. Out, just out. Reeder tried to drop it in. Near side along the line, it's just out. And now it's match point at 24-22 for the Rebels.
Well, here we go.
At Reese Axness serving for the match for the Rebels, left to right. Gets it over. Handled by Reeder. Trombley back to Reeder. She'll put it away. Keep the Tornadoes alive. Rebels up by 1, 24-23. Trombley to serve for Anoka.
You cannot be afraid right there. That's ice water in your veins. Reeder giving it a full swing, putting it down the line, and here we go again.
Trombley gets it over. Gilk sends it to the front. Gilk in the middle. There it is. Carly Gilk seals the deal. Set number 3 to Champlin Park, 25-23. And the Rebels win it 3-0, but a lot of fight out of the number 7 seed Tornadoes in that third.
Yeah, Anoka gave it everything they had there in the third, and you wish they would have played that way in the first 2 sets, but Champlin Park was just the better team today, Steve, and they deserve to move on, and And good luck to them from here on out, but a heck of a season by Anoka.
And they'll move into the consolation semifinals. They'll play the loser of the Eastridge Minnetonka match underway next door tomorrow at 11 a.m. on court number 2. Meanwhile, Champlin Park tomorrow at 11 a.m. here on court number 1 will play either Eastridge or Minnetonka. The winner of that match underway. And right now, Eastridge up 1-0 and leading in set number 2, 24-18. So the Raptors have the lead over the Skippers in that final quarterfinal match of the day. Quickly recapping earlier, Lakeville South beat Apple Valley in the 1-8, 3-0. And in the 4-5, number 5 Roseville beat St. Michael Albertville 3-1. So Lakeville South against Roseville tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Court 1 here at the X. And then it'll be Champlin Park against either Eastridge or Minnetonka tomorrow at 11 a.m. here on QCTV. Pete Hayes, always good to see you.
Nice to see you, Steve. That was fun.
Always
Hopefully
fun to
Anoka
meet
can come back tomorrow and get something done in consolation. And good luck to the Rebels.
No doubt. The Rebels, once again, will play in the semifinals. Anoka moves into that consolation bracket. A year ago, they had a fine state tournament, finishing 3rd here in St. Paul. The Tornadoes now 22-8. Now the Rebels move to 29-3 with that 3-set victory. Big thanks to our crew here at the XL Energy Center and back in the studios in Champlin. Once again, for Pete Hayes, I am Steve Thompson. Once again, our final score in this state Class 4A quarterfinal. The Champlin Park Rebels defeat the Anoka Tornadoes 3-0. Have a great day.